Seriously? Tidy. Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Things I Like with me, 6+Stevo. And in this one, we are taking a look at Juliens' Bad Moon Army. I discovered this army on a Orc group on Facebook, and no, not my Orc group, the amazing 40k Orc community, but no, another Orc group. I'll post a link down below if you want to go and check it out. It's a cool group. It is the competition, so I shouldn't really be promoting it, but there is some cool stuff on there, and you know what, they're a cool group. They always allow me to share my videos and things on there, so yeah, there's plenty of room in this community for loads of Orc groups. But I was scrolling through and I see the pictures of this army, and I was just like, oh, that looks stunning. As you can see from the pictures flashing up on the screen now, just a really cool looking army with a strong paint scheme. These Deathcopters look stunning. I love the use of the black and yellow. I love the bases. Now, typically for the first in this series, I choose an army that looks remarkably similar to mine. But I think the reason why, it's actually just looking at this army, it just given me a it's the kind of armies I used to look at in the pages of White Dwarf and things, when they had, like, you know, people would display their own armies and stuff in there that would inspire me to the sort of army I wanted to create. And I just love Julien's uses of colours here. Now, I asked Julien, and he said that he uses the majority paint-wise from the AK range, with a little bit of GW stuff, I think, for some of the washes and things, he said. I did ask him why he collected Bad Moons as well. He started with Death Skulls, but just really wasn't feeling it with the colour scheme, and then moved over to doing Bad Moons because he liked the way the yellow looked. And as you can see from these pictures, you can totally see why. It's a really striking colour scheme he's gone for. Now, usually I don't really like a very bright yellow on my Bad Moon stuff. And as you can see from some of the bits here, it is quite bright, but I really like, particularly on the Deathcopters and this amazing looking Death Dread, the battle damage and things he's done on there. And it looks really similar to the way I do mine as well, actually. But you can notice that he's kept a really limited colour palette here. And I think that helps the look of the whole army. It really ties it together. It's still got that ramshackle look. It's still got the very hodgepodge look. The colours are in random combinations around. But he's, I assume on purpose, restricted himself to a really tight colour scheme. And that shows when you look at the army all together. I think the colour scheme ties it all together. The black and the yellow contrast really nicely, and then you've got that really cool looking orc skin that he's done, which is really bright and vivid. And I guess he's just done this in a style that I really appreciate. So upon seeing this army, I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to make a video about this. And then I thought, well, if I do a video on this, I could do videos on more people's stuff I like, maybe from within my own orc group. And yeah, just start, you know, I'm not going to be like taking requests and things as such. Just every now and again, if I see something I think's really cool and I want to share it with you guys, I'm going to do that on this series of videos that I call Things I Like. So it could be whole armies, it could be a single miniature, it could be whatever. But I think it would be quite a cool way just to share a bit of spotlight for members of the community and creators out there who don't have a channel of their own and are sharing their stuff on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. But if I see stuff, I might reach out to them and see if they mind me sharing their stuff on video. I did reach out to Julien, asked him a few questions, and yeah, he was very gracious in allowing me to share this stuff with you. And yeah, I think it's really cool. I would love to see what other stuff he adds to this army. I think it's a fairly new army, because from speaking to Julien, he collects a lot of different factions for different games as well. He's playing Warcry, AOS, and of course 40k, and by the sound of it, he's got multiple armies from each. So yeah, Julian, though, thank you very much for letting me share these pictures, and top work, mate, on these this paint job and this army. They look awesome, and you chose right, mate. Bad Moon's clearly the best clan. So yeah, well done, mate. I give this a 6+ out of 5. Well done, mate. Join me on the next one, guys. This is 6+ Stevo signing out.